Welcome to the Exit Plan Show. Today's guest is Chris Bouck. He's the founder of SDR Ventures in Greenwood Village, Colorado. Stick around to the end of this episode because we're going to show you how to subscribe to our newsletter and win a free copy of the #1 book about exit planning. Thank you to Zarlingo Robb, CPAs and Business Advisors in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, for providing a location for us to film this episode. At Zarlingo Robb, they think like business owners. For more information about Zarlingo Robb, please click the link in our website show notes. Hi, I'm Norman A. Hood, financial advisor and host of the Exit Plan Show. I interview America's top advisors like today's guest, Chris Bouck, to help business owners like you enjoy more personal freedom, grow your company faster, and retire someday on your own terms. Chris Bouck has 25 years experience in strategic and advisory services. And for more information about him, please go to the show notes on our website. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Today we're going to talk about the sale process. So talking about the sales process, how do you help a seller identify potential buyers?
Well, it's really a team effort, but oftentimes we find that the business owner knows the person that is the most likely buyer for their business.
Okay. So it's really, the owner can come up with a short list pretty fast then.
Yeah, if they look up and down the value chain, if they look at adjacent markets, if they look at competitors, a lot of times the natural buyer for a company will be identified in that process.
Okay. So how often do you come in contact with business owners that have actually been already approached by someone to buy?
In this market, that's happening more and more frequently. We advise against pursuing those unsolicited offers in a vacuum. You really want an auction process to maximize the value of a company. You want multiple bidders on your most significant asset, your business.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a saying in M&A about, one buyer's no buyer or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we had a pretty good talk with Elizabeth Moore yesterday from Business Enterprise Institute, and she got into that a little bit about how sometimes business owners make the mistake of trying to do everything themselves, and they can really take a haircut on the selling price.
Well, it's kind of like the old adage, a surgeon never operates on themselves.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good point. Great point. Talking about selling a business. The term comes up pretty often of an offering memorandum. To some people, that's probably Greek. Can you explain what an offering memorandum is?
Yeah, it really is a document that summarizes all aspects of a business, from operation to financials to strategic advantages to it's really, if you think about it, it is the annual report for a privately held company.
Okay. Well, I've never written one, of course. I've read through a few. I know enough about it to know it wouldn't be something I'd do myself. And that, again, is the difference between using an investment banker to sell to a third party and trying to do it yourself.
Yeah, we have a document request list that we provide a client. It's probably 3 pages in length, so there's a high volume of information that we gather. And then when we prepare a confidential information memorandum, it probably is 3 or 4 interviews with a business owner and key team members if they're involved in the sale process to really get a deep understanding of where the value is for this business.
Okay, great. Okay, so we've identified who the potential buyer is, or buyers, maybe set up a controlled auction environment. When it comes down to the end, then, how do you actually negotiate and finalize a sale?
Well, the negotiations for a sale start long before you're negotiating with just one buyer.
Okay.
It's really presenting all the elements of value of that business and establishing the basis for those negotiations going forward.
Okay. So, all of us know what an auction is. To some people listening, they may not really understand the term controlled auction.
And that's where we are going to a very specific list of potential buyers. They've been identified as having potentially some interest in acquiring your company, and we go and solicit that interest and see who is interested in buying your company.
Okay, and so then once you eliminate those that really have no interest in that, just keeps narrowing down the...
Correct. You might go approach let's say 100 potential interested parties, or at least those parties that you have identified that might have interest, then that'll fall quickly to 20 or 25 interested parties, and then we like to get down into the 6 or 10 that really have a strong interest in acquiring your company.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. So that's it with Chris Bouck with SDR Ventures. If you want more information about Chris, please visit our website, check out the show notes. You'll find a link there to his website, more information about him. And while you're on our website, you can also subscribe to our newsletter, which gives you an opportunity to win a free copy of the #1 book about exit planning.